Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the show. My guest tonight, Sam Gerbig.
Hey, how you doing?
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
Can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
So I'm a personal trainer, have been for 10 years. I'm also the marketing manager of a local gym here called LFG Labs. I've been doing content creation for, I think, 10 years now as well. Those are basically the three pillars of who I am as a person is like fitness, boxing, and like content creation.
Nice. Can you tell everyone what LFG is if they don't know about it?
Yeah, LFG Labs is a MMA facility here in Calgary. We are an all-in-one training facility. Whether you're looking to do like mixed martial arts or if you're looking to more so for the high performance side, we kind of have it all. If you're like, I'm a boxing coach as well as a marketing manager, but I do personal training more so on the high performance side of things. And then we have like a variety of fitness classes. We have personal training, massage therapy, cold plunge, sauna, like the whole shebang.
What is the skill level of people who go there? Because I was telling you earlier that I play hockey, but I don't work out. I wouldn't even really know what to do there. I'd probably feel awkward. And I'm always getting injured though, so I need to do something.
Need to do a little something, yeah. The skill level ranges. Like I have clients who literally started boxing 2 weeks ago. Like I have a client I just signed and I'm like just teach her how to box. She's never done a sport ever in her life. But then we also have like professional fighters. We have 2 professional fighters on staff. And then we have a couple of them who come in and train. We have some, I think QHL and NHL prospects who come in and train every day. But then we also have like the general population, youth. We have pretty much everything. Like we have like this one lady who comes to classes and she's in her late 60s and she crushes workouts, but we have something for everybody, like fitness classes, MMA, jiu-jitsu, boxing. You can kind of name it and we have it.
What is your background in fitness?
So I started working out whenever I started taking my sports more seriously. I've always been an athlete my whole life. And then, so when I started taking it a little bit more seriously, I'm like, my grade like 11 and 12 year, I started doing dry land trading for like track and field and volleyball. So that's how I kind of got into it. And then that's when I realized that this is what I want to do for a living. I wanted to be a gym teacher at first because I was like, summers off would be dope. But then I actually didn't get into the phys ed program, but I did I spent some time at university and I got into like nutrition and then I got into kinesiology after that. Then when I started playing volleyball, I transferred schools to like go to a college. And then when I started playing volleyball, I took kinesiology there. I learned so much. Like we had lab classes where we would work out as our labs. And like, that's what kind of got me hooked. And then I kept doing dryland training when I played volleyball in college. And then I just made like fitness not only my pastime, but also my career.
How'd you get into the marketing side of things then?
Honestly, like by creating content. So like I did take business and marketing in college. And then I've been creating content since 2014, 2015. I used to watch a lot of like Christian Guzman's videos. He owns Alphalete. And then I got into like the whole, like they have a huge friend group and I watched like basically all their YouTube videos growing up. And then like that kind of inspired me to also create content. And like living in like, not small town because it's a city, but living in like St. John's, Newfoundland and creating content, everyone thought I was so weird because this is 2014, 2015. It's still fairly early. And like whenever I'd film workouts, people look at me like I was crazy. And now it's like it's actually really cool to see how content creation has evolved to today versus back then. Because like back in that era, people used to like get really upset with you, like not even for filming, but for posting. They like, I remember getting made fun of, and like even people on my volleyball team in my first few years used to make fun of me for like creating fitness-based content. But that's essentially how I got into marketing. Like when I was taking business in school, there was a marketing class where we talked about like social media. And I remember the instructor was talking about Facebook, Tumblr, and like even MySpace came up. And I was like, MySpace isn't a thing anymore, homie. I'm so sorry. And it was actually one of my friends who's sitting next to me. And she was like, Sam's like has a fair amount of followers on TikTok. So like she could talk about that. And there's actually 2 classes where I ended up teaching about TikTok and the algorithms and how Instagram has changed. And that's kind of like kept me going with more so like I really dove into marketing. I took so many courses in marketing and then a couple schools that I actually was able to get a minor in it. And then from there, just kind of kept creating content. I love learning new things. Like I find my video editing like today versus, oh my gosh, the YouTube edits I used to do were so bad. Like I have them like privatized on my YouTube account. And it's like, no one ever needs to see these again. But it's kind of funny to see how like far it's come. Like I used to use iMovie and like basic text, but And I'm
Show me
still,
one later.
yeah.
I
okay.
won't put it up, but just show me.
Honestly, if you did, I don't even care because like it's more so it's no different than taking fitness pics at like the big like progress photos at the beginning and like where you are now. It's cool to see how far you've come. So when it comes to even video editing, and I do very basic stuff, but it's really cool to see how much like I've like evolved and I've grown like through content creation. And then just by posting on social media, I've gotten more jobs through my social media, but without even them knowing I went to school for it. Like I with Rumble and LFG, like they kind of based my qualifications off my social media pages. And like they're like, yeah, no, we've seen your content. We love it. We want that for our brand. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I did go to school for it, by the way.
After you're already hired?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Same thing with like the job I had in PEI. Like I wasn't even graduated through my program yet when they hired me, and they just like based it off what I did for social media and like the conversation we had of what I could do for the brand. And they're like, oh yeah, 100%. And I was like, this is all stuff I've learned mostly on my own. Like my schooling didn't really do a whole lot for me, and then I constantly like try to re-educate myself as I go. Like because marketing is always evolving. Like Instagram has a new update every month. It seems like same thing with everything else. Trends are always evolving, so like you have to keep up with that. And I've learned more by like creating content on my own than I ever did in a classroom.
Mm-hmm. I took social media marketing, and yeah, it was all already outdated. It's probably pretty new, but it changes too quickly to be like a university subject.
Yeah,
It's
like
better
they would have
learn.
to update it like almost like every single semester essentially. And that's so much work. I wouldn't want to design those classes.
So, did you get the marketing job at LFG first, or the personal training job?
I got the marketing job. So I was the coordinator for Rumble Boxing before I went to LFG, and I emailed Olsen being like just offering my marketing services. I didn't even mention that as a PT, even though like this is I think I'm in my 11th year now of being a personal trainer, but like I was like just at the start of my year 10 and I was like, no, I'm just going to do marketing for a bit. I just kind of want to focus on one thing. So I reached out to him and said, if you need a marketing coordinator, if you need help with the marketing, I would love to help out. Like I did a full scope of their social media, like from like between like Google, Instagram, everything, just to figure out their presence and to see how I could help. And then, so I sent him an email. He brought me in for an interview like the Tuesday. I think it was Sunday night. I sent him an email. Tuesday, I went in for an interview. And then I like started like the next morning.
Were they hiring, or you just gave them an audit and they wanted to hire you?
I didn't give them the audit till in person. I thought that'd be kind of an asshole move, honestly. But no, they didn't have any active listings, nothing. I just like cold reached out, and
Nice.
honestly, some of my best opportunities are based on like just like cold reaching out to companies or like people to be like, hey, would you like to work together? Do you need assistance with this? Before I started LFG, I was thinking about doing just consultation work to help like small companies who like need a little bit of help with marketing, but don't need it long term.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my intention with LFG at first, but it's actually a home. It's like my family is there. Like I've made really good friends with all my coworkers. I love training there. It's a really, like, honestly, it is a very easy brand for me to promote. It just really aligns with like who I am and like the style of content I like to do. So it was just like a very easy transition into the role.
That's awesome. Way to go get your job that you wanted. Yeah, that's how I found you. There was an event for my friend who passed away, Ken. So thanks for doing that.
Yeah, it was actually, I didn't get to meet Ken, but I've heard amazing things about him. I've met his family as they came in. I actually missed the event because I got food poisoning that morning, but all the ads, all the videos, like I created that. Like I found as many old videos as I could of him training there as I could. And I heard he was really into Marvel, and like, so I tried to really play with that. One of the videos we did was I literally took like the Marvel intro and then I like changed it for Ken and then put all his videos through that. I thought that was kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I heard it went really well. People really liked it. It was a really good opportunity for like the community that is the people who still love Ken, and they got to just have a place to just be together and like work out. And
Yeah.
I know Olsen like had a really good relationship with him, and like Olsen's the owner of LFG, and that really meant a lot to him to be able to put off that event.
What kind of clients do you normally have?
I actually work with basically all of my clients are neurospicy. So neurospicy is like your neurodiverse, autism, ADHD, ADD.
I've never heard neurospicy.
Oh, really? It's my favorite term, honestly. It's because
Yeah.
like I was like, so if you have one of those like diagnoses, it's like neurodivergent is like the term that tends to be used. But it's like neurospicy because it's like it just makes your life a whole lot spicier. But so most of my clients are like in that neurodivergent realm. I have a lot of like ADHD, autism, and like mostly low grade. It's more so like social interactions. And it's like some of the kids I've worked with, like through working with me, is like also the time when they're starting to get diagnosed. So, and then I just I don't know. I find like it's a lot for me. I have ADHD, so I have autism and ADHD. And it's just a lot easier for me to talk to people who are also neurospicy. Anyone who's neurotypical, I struggle a whole lot more to like connect to them on a deeper level because I feel like our wavelengths in our brains just aren't the same.
Yeah.
And like that's not on them. That's on me. And I've tried to mask and like learn how to like do better. Honestly, I've learned all my social cues. So like growing up through movies and TV, like I quote movies and television shows way too often for an adult. But it's honestly how I like learned how to like survive different social situations. But a lot of my clients like are in that realm, and it's a lot of fun to train them. I actually got Adaptive Hub certified a few years ago, and that's a certification that helps you better like coach like those who have like Down syndrome, ADHD, autism, anything like that. And it was very rewarding, and it really helped me like connect better with my clients and really just offer more for them, because honestly there isn't enough out there for like all the research on ADHD and autism, anything like that is still fairly new. Like you couldn't get a dual diagnosis of ADHD until like the early 2010s. I think it was like 2013 or 2015. And I just got my dual diagnosis last March. And then even being a female, like getting diagnosed like is extremely hard. Like my little brother got diagnosed at 4 or 5 and I didn't get diagnosed until like 25. Even though like we have all the same symptoms, but because I was so extroverted and like high functioning, they just missed it. But it's been fun like with my clients. Like some of the conversations we have are just like absolutely wild, but we can connect on that deeper level. And then exercise is something that helps build a routine and helps a lot with the symptoms. Like when I don't work out, my symptoms are debilitating. Like I'll be laying in bed or like I forget everything. But if I'm actually in the gym, if I actually train like consistently 4, 5, 6 times a week, then my symptoms are quite manageable. Like I'm unmedicated myself.
Yeah. I was going to ask how you use fitness to handle that yourself. You kind of just answered though.
Yeah.
But so what is it like when you don't? You're pretty consistent then?
Yeah, there are times when I'm not. Like, for instance, like the last like 2 weeks, I haven't been as consistent. I went on a mini vacay to BC last weekend, and then essentially the first day I got back, I partially tore my calf. Yeah, like my leg's a little messed up right now, and so I haven't really worked out that much in the last like 2 weeks. So I'm starting to notice my symptoms, like my forgetfulness. It's more so like it impacts my sleep. It impacts my mood severely. Like I find I feel more like down and depressed when I'm not moving. Thankfully, I work in an industry where like movement is just part of my job. So like I did a bunch of like today was my first day I started holding pads again since like I hurt myself, because like doing those like small movements was really tough for me when I first I was really warming up. I was doing the one thing you're supposed to do to like prevent injuries, and I just partially tore my calf. It's fine. But today was the first day I started holding pads again, so it was just nice to like get back into the flow. Even just like the shoulder movement of hitting pads that's helped a lot. But whenever I don't exercise, like I'm depressed, I'm moody, I forget things, I struggle with my sleep, my insomnia comes back. It's not a good time. So movement and like eating well is like the 2 things I need to do in order to survive my symptoms really. And then you touched earlier about having like a routine. The routine is like, because I have that dual diagnosis, like I need a routine, but it needs to be a chaotic routine or else it's not going to thrive. Because my autism wants me to have like consistency, the same thing every single day. But then my ADHD wants impulsivity and a whole lot of fun things. So then that's why I like my career is that it works super well with like creating my own schedule. I can flex it as much as I want, but I basically do the same thing every day. Like I go in at a certain time, I film my content, do my admin stuff, I train some clients, and then I go home.
Yeah. That's fun. I like that your schedule is chaotic routine. I want to see, do you have a color-coded calendar?
Yeah, we use MindBody for all of our bookings.
Yeah.
So then on there, like that's where I have like all my like clients. But then I also block off, be like, there'll be an hour here they'll say marketing. There'll be an hour here that says Sam eat. I'll like block off, like literally I'll block off 15 minutes, be like, Sam go breathe. Like I block off my whole schedule each day just so that I understand what's going to be happening. But I give myself enough time that like if it might only take me 15 minutes to do that task, but I have a whole hour to make sure that I can do like anything that happens, just because I know my brain is going a million miles a minute at all times. So it's just giving myself that like the grace to be able to have extra time helps a lot.
I wanted to mention you dry scooping pre-workout.
Yeah. Honestly, like, it's just, I actually had a TikTok go viral a couple years ago, and it was on a spam account that I created because my main account got suspended for dry scooping on TikTok.
Are you not allowed?
Apparently, it's against community guidelines, or like it's a dangerous act. So like it's more lax now. Like they don't seem to care now. But I got my normal TikTok, like Sam Gerbig. I got that one suspended for a bit. I couldn't post nothing for a few weeks. So I made a second one, Gerbig or Go Home, and then so I posted
Good name.
Yeah. And so I posted a dry scoop video. It was literally something I filmed on Snapchat or something, and I had like a Missy Elliott song playing in the background, and I dry scooped and I looked to the side. I was like, I fucking forgot my water bottle. So I just had like a fun dip concoction in my mouth. And I was like, what do I do? And it's just me looking in disbelief, like, fuck. And it actually like got like I think it got like a billion views or something like that. Did nothing for me. It's Canada. I did not make any money off this, but ever since then, it's just something I've been known for. So I do that. And then I'm also extremely lazy when it comes to cleaning my shakers. I hate when it tastes like that fruity, artificial taste. Like after you drink it, you rinse it out, add some water. I strongly dislike it when it has that weird aftertaste. And I don't clean my shakers as often as I should. So I just dry scoop to save the dishes.
I had to mention it.
Yeah, no, honestly, that's fair. That's fair.
I bet a while ago you would have been banned for taking creatine because it was like a banned substance. So weird.
I still have people like I create content for creatine. Like I worked with the brand Jack Factory, and so I was like posting content with creatine. I have people in my DMs being like, "Creatine's bad for you. It's gonna like kill your kidneys," or all this is like creatine is like the most researched supplement on the market, and like I remember, oh man, I went to an airport once and I had creatine with me and they thought it was cocaine. And I was like, I promise you it is creatine.
Smell it.
Yeah, like it tastes like baking soda, dude. Like I promise you it's not.
You just eat a whole bunch just to prove it?
Well, I even dry scoop my creatine in all fairness. Like, because unflavored is a flavor. Like no matter what people say, unflavored is a flavor. It has a flavor. It does not taste like nothing. It has a flavor. So then I just like, I'll take my pre-workout, switch that around down the hatch. And then I take my creatine when my mouth still kind of tastes sour. And then that's when I take that.
That's funny. How long have you been in Calgary?
I've been here 3 years now. I actually just hit 3 years in April.
Do you like it?
I actually love it here. Like there's so much sunshine. Like the East Coast is very rainy and like the weather is sporadic. Like in Newfoundland, I remember one summer we had like 2 or 3 summer days. Like we only had like 2 or 3 like 20 plus like days of like sunshine, and it was just raining the whole time. And that was of course the summer I was working at an outdoor mini golf course. Really fun time. But it's so sunny here. I've never been anywhere long enough to put down roots, and like this is the longest I've ever lived anywhere. I've moved like 26 odd times in my life, and every time I find like, and this is something like I think I've learned in therapy is like every time things like get hard or I feel like I need a reset, I'll just move. Like I'll just like be like, okay, I'm gonna go to the next city. Okay, bye guys.
You said you moved 26 times.
Yep.
Yeah. Like 26 cities?
Not necessarily 26 cities, but like moving to like to a point where my life has changed. Like whether it's like to a different town or to like across like the city. Like when I lived in PEI, I lived in a couple of different spots. So then whenever that would happen, like the commute would change, like my job would change. But like I've moved a fair amount. I've lived in Ontario, Newfoundland, PEI. I spent most of a summer in Halifax once. And then I've moved here. And like I've moved 3 times since I've gotten here, living in different apartments. So like I'm in Airdrie right now, and then I'm trying to move back downtown this summer. But I was living downtown last year. I was living up by the COP the year before that.
Do you think you're gonna stay?
Yeah, actually, like this is again like the first time I've had roots anywhere, and it's just nice to actually have friends. It's nice to like I'm building a career. I have people that I care about. I'm 29 years old. Like I'm starting to think about like my long term. It's like it would be nice to stay somewhere and actually have friends throughout my 30s, 40s, and like I have one homie where I'm like, I swear to God, if we're not having matching like racing car stripe wheelchairs when we're 85 years old, I'm gonna be very upset.
Do you have a favorite place here? A cheat meal place?
Ooh. Honestly, I'm an 80-20 kind of person when it comes to my life. Like I train so that I can live my life how I want. Like I'm not so big on like I don't track my macros. I ensure like I intuitively eat, but that is a lot easier to do when you're educated in what you do. So like not everyone can intuitively eat, but I just eat very high protein. I'm also allergic to dairy, so it makes it really easy to not have like chocolate or ice cream. Cheat meal wise, like honestly, I love like Village ice cream. Nice. Like they get 2 vegan flavors like every month, and they change it up.
New flavor came out today.
Yeah, I saw. There's like I think it was like a chocolate Rocky Road or
this
something.
This is going to be coming out next month. So
it's not even gonna matter. But
yeah.
But
I don't know what the flavors will be at this time, but yeah, I always go on the first actually.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Did you go today?
I skipped it. I'm doing a podcast.
Oh yes. 2. Sorry, homie. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can have the 2 seasonal flavors.
Yeah, like I'm not vegan, but like I do the vegan flavors, so I always love going to Village Ice Cream for ice cream there.
Nice.
What else? I like Cactus Club. That's not. I heard that's a chain, I guess, but we don't have that on the East Coast. So I actually love the crunchy rolls when I go to like Cactus.
Nice.
L Furniture is another one. I think that's a chain also. Yeah.
Good prices there.
Honestly, fair. I'm actually really into pool right now, like very much. Like I've been going to Poor Decisions on 17th. Like that's not like a food place, but I'm like really into pool. I was raised in a pool hall. Like my nan used to have one in Ontario. And like I really like 17th Ave, and like the Poor Decisions is just like a really fun vibe. They play like 2010s music. Yeah, it's sick.
You know, you might appreciate this. I have a portable pool table, and for content, I went to the Badlands. I put on an inflatable dinosaur costume and I carried it up the mountains, and I set up a pool table and had a drone circling. I shot a game of pool in a dinosaur costume.
That's actually fucking sick. I actually have 2 dinosaur costumes because we have this fitness competition, the LFG Games coming up.
Yeah.
And for promo for it, I was like, it would be so funny if it's a mixed doubles competition. It's like having 2 T-Rexes trying to do all the events.
Yeah.
So I'm filming that this week. That's actually funny. And also when you said Badlands, immediately the raver in me, I was like, oh yeah, Badlands Music Fest. I know the place. And then you said like up the mountain. I was like, oh, okay.
Like Drumheller.
Yeah. I've yet to go there actually.
It's actually not. I wasn't in Drumheller. There's a bigger... Drumheller's like a touristy kind of place.
Mm-hmm. Is that where the big T-Rex is?
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
It's getting taken down. They're tearing it down. You're going to miss out. You got to go.
Is it coming down like soon?
Soon. You should go next weekend. Get your calendar out. Book T-Rex visit.
Yeah, I'm going to add that to the to list.
It's going to be gone.
Oh.
You got to go.
That's actually on my bucket list of things I want to do. Like, I want to go see that T-Rex. I've always seen it in like commercials for like Canadian tourism. And like, that's on my bucket list. So I got to see that before it retires.
Let's find out when it gets torn down. I'll go if you want.
Yeah, bet. We could play pool.
Yeah. I saw you skateboarding the other day. Is that a good workout too?
Yeah, actually. I get pretty sweaty. Like I have a cruiser board that I actually got that one, like the one I like posted the other day is like I got it custom made from a small business in PEI.
Nice.
I like grew up skateboarding a little bit, and then I fell off a half pipe when I was like 13 or something. And I didn't like break anything, but like my ego was so bruised, I just kind of stopped doing it until like my mid-20s.
Yeah.
Now I kind of just like cruise around. Like I realized like that day, like when I was out the other day, I was like, I still can't do any of the tricks I thought I could do at 16, but
I'll go with you there. I'll skateboard with you too.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be really fun. I just like cruising around. It was a nice summer day, but I find it's like your left calf, like I ride goofy. So like my left calf like gets super tired, and then my right quad, because it's stabilizing, is just like they burn. So like I actually sweat a fair amount. Like I wish I wore an Apple Watch or something so I can like track my calories, but I don't care enough to buy one.
You don't track anything?
Nope, not at all. I find out I get too obsessed with the data, like especially like in marketing and fitness. Like I'm aware, like I have access to all these data, and like I know, like, and I know what to do with it. But I find same thing with like weighing myself. It's like I get so like stuck on like what the data is versus like how I'm actually performing as a human being. So like, cool, I might have burned 450 calories during that workout, but like it's more so like how I performed and like how I did during the workout, less so about like the data that came out of a watch for me. I just hyperfixate on it too much, so I just avoid it.
Just like eating the right things. I don't like counting calories.
No, it ruins food. Like I enjoy food. I did a kind of a mock prep. I was gonna see if I want to do a bodybuilding competition when I first started working out. Which also, like, if you're ever gonna do a bodybuilding competition, like you need to take like some serious time to build muscle mass, and then you decide to do it. But versus I was working out for like, I don't know, a year doing like weightlifting. And I was like, screw it. I'm going to do a competition. All my friends are doing one. I got like 8 or 9 weeks into the prep, and I quit. I was like, I can't do this. Like my hormones were all messed up. Like I wasn't eating the best foods. I didn't have like, I wasn't really using a coach either. That's why I was like more of a mock one, but I just couldn't do it. It was like, it ruined my relationship with food for a very long time. And I'm already restrictive enough because of my allergies. It just made it extremely hard. Like I was eating more like, or drinking more like protein shakes than anything else. Mm-hmm. And like my mom was like, Sam, you're kind of a bitch. So like, she didn't actually say that, but that's how I felt. But I was like, you kind of need to like start eating and like not do this, because I was just hangry all the time.
Yeah.
And I love food. Like I love going to restaurants with my friends. Like I love trying new foods. Like it's something I fully enjoy. And like, as soon as you're like, like if you start focusing on like the calories of it too much, I just find it ruins that experience. So I try to eat as healthy as I can throughout the week. I eat high protein, a lot of veggies, fruits. But then if I'm going out for dinner, I don't care what's on the plate. Like I just want to eat like something that's going to like give me some dopamine, make me feel good.
Oh, I was going to say, not related to that. Have you ever done a competition like that?
No, I'll never step on stage. I know that for a fact.
I was thinking of, because I see boxers and MMA fighters, when they make weight, how they have to dehydrate themselves, and it looks scary and disgusting. And you'd probably have to do that kind of thing too. Yeah.
So then I actually wanted so I turned 30 this December, and I'm trying to figure out how I can do a fight before December without actually like getting my amateur like pro status. I don't really want to be a fighter, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do it and like absolutely fall in love with it. But I've seen a lot of fighters like go through that process to make weight, and it's not healthy. It really isn't. They're doing the best they can to so that they can actually fight. Because I've seen like and heard about fights that have gotten canceled over a 1 pound difference.
Yeah.
So like that part of the sport can be scary if you are in a good weight class. Like, so I'm in like at the middle of like 2 kind of classes where I think like I'd be okay to I could cut 5 pounds or gain 5 pounds. That's fine by me. But if I have to cut 20 pounds or 15 pounds for a fight, I don't want to do it. I have a client who is actually in the boat right now. She's on a weight loss journey, and they're telling her she has to gain 10 or 15 more pounds so she could do a fight at the end of the month. But her opponent has to lose 20 pounds to be able to fight her, and she has to gain so much weight. So like in my head, that's not a good matchup, because like that's not healthy. That's going to mess up their hormones. It's just, but it's really not that healthy. But at the same time, it's just part of the sport. There's always going to be a downside to every sport you play.
Yeah. It's a crazy part of the sport. It seems like flawed, but it's like way too late in it now. There's no good way to change it.
Yeah, most sports are like that. Like look at football and like how unhealthy football is, like for your brain health and just your overall health, like injury wise.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're not just gonna get rid of football. You just gotta like try and minimize like the risk factors.
I'm gonna take a quick break.
Okay, cool.
We'll be back. Hey everyone, if you're new to the show, please subscribe on YouTube. That's a really important one. Lots of listeners on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio. Keep subscribing there. Share it with someone. If you think it's a cool concept, share it with your friends. We want to keep it going. So yeah, thanks so much. Stay tuned for more deets. No, hold on. And we're back. Yeah, whoa.
Yeah, whoa, we're back. That was a big break.
What's your favorite workout music?
I listen to a lot of EDM, actually. It honestly ranges. It depends on the energy I need that day. Usually I listen to like a lot of house. Like I'm trying to think of who I listen to off the top of my head, but like John Summit, Swedish House Mafia, like then I range from like Skrillex, Subtronics, like I listen to basically anything that like this Spotify like Smart Shuffle will give me, or like the release radar. I'll listen to that, and then I click on radio of those songs, and I just find as much as I can. Like I really like ISO right now. I'm trying to think of anyone else, but like my first like DJ group that I listened to was like I used to listen to like the Big Booty mixes by 2 friends.
Nice.
And that would be because they're like an hour and some odd. Like I would be like, okay, like I'll start as soon as my warm up ended, I would start the Big Booty mix, and I wasn't allowed to be done my weights until it finished. And then I'd be like, okay, now I can go cool down.
What about when you're like at night when you're winding down? Is it still EDM, or do you use calmer music to calm your brain?
Yeah, at night, like I'll still listen to EDM, but more so like mellow stuff. So like Millennium almost, like not so much as like harder stuff, but like Millennium's a good example of like EDM I'll listen to at night. I also like I have a very wide range of music I listen to. Like right now I'm kind of in this like early 2000s punk phase, because I used to listen to like a lot of Green Day, Billy Talent, Sub 41 when I was like in middle school.
Fall Out Boy is coming.
I know, I'm going.
Nice.
I can't wait.
I'll be there. I'll see you there.
Hey, heck yeah. Yeah, the whole LFG crew is gonna go.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna go to All American Rejects. They open for Kygo. Weird combo, but somehow works. Super excited to see All American Rejects. And then I love Kygo. Like I have this palm tree tattoo because of Kygo.
Nice.
So I'm really excited to see him. But I've been listening to a lot of punk music lately. But so like I was listening on my way here, I was listening to With You by Sum 41 like over and over and over again. It makes me think of my twin sister, because that's something we have in common is like punk music. And then she's literally looks exactly like me, but if I went through like an emo phase, like just black hair versus I'm blonde right now. And then so yeah, I listen to a lot of that, but at the gym it's like heavy EDM, like a lot of like heavy drops, and like I like it when there's layers in EDM. It just matches like my like brain waves, like the BPMs in my head. Like EDM just like it actually calms me down. It's quite soothing. It just kind of matches what's going on up there. So I
Does
just match.
the energy drink calm you down? You know how
Yeah, no, not really.
you know how ADHD medication
It's a stimulant.
and it calms you, kind of?
Yep.
I was thinking maybe that's what the caffeine's doing.
Yeah, I actually never thought about it too deep. Like I know my heart rate goes up and I can like sometimes depending on what I take, I can feel like more anxiety, like the really heavy pre-workouts. Like I'll actually feel a bit more anxious like if like my heart rate gets too high, but I don't find like caffeine like gives me any stimulants. I'll actually like get more of an energy boost off of listening to EDM than I will actually get off like caffeine. There's one night at the gym where I was like hitting a wall and I was like, I had like 3 more clients to go. And then all of a sudden the playlist changed from like slow rap to like an EDM playlist. And I was just like dancing and going. And I was like, I feel so good now. And I just like, I got a new burst of energy, finished my clients and still went home and couldn't sleep then. But it was just from listening to music. I didn't have any new caffeine sources. It just gives me like a new kind of energy. And I think it just matches the brain waves I got going on like so well. And I just listen to like such a wide range. I just don't really like fuck with like trance though. Like that stuff is like a little too much for me. It's just too slow.
I did in high school.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, it was a thing.
I can see that.
How was your
Sorry, I chirped like crazy.
how was your fitness changed from when you played volleyball to now boxing?
Like very much so. Like when I played volleyball, like it was my training was very performance based. Like I found I was very like my quads. Like I'm kind of in the same boat now. I was shifting my training again, but volleyball was just making sure I was healthy. I was explosive. I could jump high. Through my volleyball career, I actually got into powerlifting as well. I almost did a meet, and then I kind of blew out my hip. I had to go to a chiropractor a lot for that summer, but then I've had like different eras in my fitness journey. So like when I did powerlifting, like I was like 165 pounds of muscle. Like it was like I was thick. Like it was kind of cool. And then I got into like Olympic weightlifting after that. And then that's where I kind of like leaned down a bit. And then so I became like more explosive. And that's when my volleyball career really started to take off, was when I started training like exactly how I should be as like a high performance, like plyometric sport based like athlete. Now that I'm more of a boxer, and then like last year, like I didn't really like, I kind of took a halt on like my training, and then, but now like I'm getting back into it. Like since I started LFG, like I've gained like 25 pounds and it's mostly muscle. But I'm trying to like focus on being like fast and explosive. And it's less so about the aesthetics now than it was before, just because I really want to focus on boxing. But I've had like many different eras where it's like, I've been like super lean. Like there's a bit for a while there that I was like 6-7% body fat, and I was just really lean. And like my footwork was fast, but I was like tired all the time. And then I've also been on the other spectrum where I've been like 165 pounds and really strong and slow. So like right now I'm trying to like my like primary focus in training is just to like improve my boxing, to be healthy. I'm 29 years old, and I'm trying to like have a long, healthy life. Like I want to be like the mom, like one day is like, I want to be able to like hike up a mountain with my kids when I'm 65. Like I want to like not need assistance when I'm like in my 70s or like early 80s. Like my grandparents are like very like healthy. Like even like my grandfather, like leading up to like his death, like they were still like very active. Like I remember like my whole childhood, like whenever we go do stuff, like they're walking around Disney with us. We went on hikes, we went on walks, and like they're in their 80s. And like that's what I want one day. I just want to have like as long and healthy life as I can. I don't want like to have to be taken care of like right away. I want to be able to live a full life. So like my focus is like, yeah, it's boxing, but I just want to be like my joints to be healthy. I don't want to tear muscles unnecessarily. And I just want to like just be able to move and be happy and live my life without having to like worry about calories or worry about like if I'm going to hurt my leg doing something. Like I just want to move because I like movement.
Do you have a fitness idol? Someone, not one.
Yeah.
Some, you know.
I actually do have like one. Like I do have a couple that, I do have a couple that I kind of idolize, or like I love following their journey. But like Christian Guzman is like the one that is like I'm always drawn to. Like I'm wearing pants right now, but I have a tattoo on my leg that says "Proud but never satisfied." That's like something that's part of his Alphalete brand. Something he said, like he spray painted down the wall of his first like Alphalete gym whenever, or like before it became Alpha Land. It's this huge gym in Houston, Texas. It's like my dream to go. But he's always been someone I've idolized because he's not only running businesses and trying to like be fit. Like he's done competitions while also running a multi-million-dollar company. So like not only is an idol for me business wise, but and as a content creator, but also someone like I really admire like the different eras of fitness he's had. Like he's done like different like bodybuilding competitions. He just ran a marathon, I think, with like all of his athletes a few weeks ago. Like it's just someone like I've always admired. And even though like I'm not a bodybuilder and like we don't have the same training goals and we're in different eras of our life, like it's just someone I've always like really looked up to. And then I just follow a lot of female athletes. Like as soon as I really started taking like fighting and boxing like more seriously, I started following like, and I couldn't even tell you half their names or real names, but like their Instagram handles. Like there's one that's like Cortana or something like that. But there's this female boxer and she's like fucking badass. And I love watching her content. But I just like follow people who train similarly to me. And like, I like really like love seeing women being powerful and explosive and strong. It's something that like means a lot to me, is just seeing women take up more space in like male dominated areas like fitness and like in the MMA industry. Like it's just, I just want us to see us taking more space, because there's so long where we weren't allowed to take up space. And being someone who like went through the fitness industry like through the early 2010s, is that like there's been times where like I didn't feel comfortable in a weight room, and I understand fully why there's women's only sections, because it hasn't always been a welcoming space for women. It's way different now, and it's so cool to see how open and welcoming the fitness industry has become. And even in like fighting, like I still get comments on my YouTube or comments every now and then where it's like women shouldn't do fighting. Like even my parents are like, I don't want you to fight. Like you're gonna get a concussion. Like they're worried because like I think it's because like everyone's subconscious like, yeah, you're a girl, like you could get hurt, but it's like, but I'm so strong and I'm capable, and I know I'm capable of doing these things. So I just want it to be more welcoming and accepting that like women are strong, and like even like we don't need to have this comparison thing. It's like we just belong there, no different than anyone else.
Mm-hmm. Women's UFC is crazy now. It's gotten so much better since Ronda Rousey was doing it. Mm-hmm. It's like very good.
I remember living in Newfoundland watching like that fight. Like I stayed up and like I read her book. I was obsessed with her like early. The one where she got kicked in the head in the 18
Holly
seconds.
Holm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was the summer I was working at a mini golf course, and I remember staying up way too late, but it was in Newfoundland. It's like 3.5 hours or 4.5 hours ahead of here. And I stayed up until like 3 a.m. to watch this fight. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to see it. She's going to fucking kick ass. Yeah. And then I was like, saw 18 seconds. I was like, I'm going to bed. and then I actually just stopped watching UFC for like years because I was so upset. I was like, that was like, I know what happens as part of the sport, but I was like, dude, I was following your career so much.
I know. It kept happening to her after that too.
Mm-hmm. Well, then she was in the WWE for a while. My sister's really into like wrestling. Yeah. And I saw she was doing that for a bit. Oh, I hope she's happy and doing well.
I don't know if she is anymore, but she was good in the WWE too. And why not? Why not get that payday? It's still very hard.
Well, one of the Paul brothers is doing it. Like,
yeah, he's near the top too, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right now.
Okay, bet. That's cool.
But there's another female UFC fighter that went to WWE.
I know which one it is. I just don't know the names. I like the only name I really know is Rhea Ripley. That's the one my sister's really obsessed with.
Yeah.
But no, I do.
Have you seen their workouts?
No, honestly, I should really look into it because like they're very acrobatic and strong. Mm-hmm. Like they are. Even though it's like fake, I guess, like they have to be able to, like they would get hurt if they couldn't do half the things they're doing.
Yeah, it is. It's predetermined. It's not fake. I mean, they're still like in really good shape. Yeah, my sister explained it that even like mid-fight, like they'll change the outcome based on like how like the crowd's reacting, based on how they're performing. Like it's predetermined, but it's not always like exactly scripted how it's supposed to be. Yeah. They don't plan like a whole 30-minute thing move by move. It's not a dance routine, yeah. Yeah. I'm secretly a fan. I'm leaving that in. There. I mean, I've watched a fair amount when my sister was up. Like, I watched a bit. It's actually quite entertaining. I can see the appeal. Tell your sister I want to be friends. Okay, bet. She'll be up again soon. I don't know. What do you got going on? Where do people find you? Plug your whole thing. You can find me on pretty much every social media channel there is. I'm Sam Gerbig on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And yeah, my last name is pronounced Gerbig, like Ger and big. It's not that hard to say. But I also have a secondary TikTok account that's Gerbig or Go Home. It's a nice play on words. You do YouTube too?
Yeah, just shorts right now. It's my goal is to do long form content, but essentially anything I post on Instagram, I'll also post on TikTok and shorts. But TikTok and shorts will see more content and more like short form content than Instagram will, because I kind of tailor that towards more so like fitness and like just like I just like tailor it a little bit differently from Instagram. But like TikTok is like a spam post. Like I post like 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah, they like that, right?
Yeah.
I don't post on my TikTok because
That's
I
okay.
couldn't keep up.
Well, like you don't have to post 2 or 3 times a day. You can like actually post like 3 times a week as long as you're consistent with like, even if you post once a week. Like the Morgan Ruse is one of my favorite TikTokers right now. Like her and Leo Skeppy, they're just so entertaining to listen to. But she only posts on Tuesdays. She says like Ruse Days, Tuesdays, and she gives like the weekend recap of what happened. And that's the only day she posts. But because of she consistently only posts on those days, it like the algorithm like rewarded her because she's consistently using the app in the same way. Versus like Leo Skeppy, like kind of posts like I do, where you just like we could just shit post like all the time. So like it wants to see you using the app, but it's also like it's really dependent on like how you build your algorithm. Like you can kind of play it in your favor. And same thing with YouTube. Like I like used to try and post on like my shorts like every single day, but now I just post like the content that I actually like enjoyed editing or filming or I think it's funny, and I just like post like at random times, random days, and it doesn't really matter. So like and like shorts like has more also monetization options than like TikTok does because we don't have a creator fund.
Mm-hmm. Which one does the best for you?
I think it's like a tie between Instagram and TikTok. I find it really depends. My TikTok, it just depends what I'm talking about. If I talk about Calgary, they love that. Like, yeah, we're talking behind the scenes about like the Narcity article I did. And so I had a video like do fairly well when I was talking about moving to Calgary and what I liked about Calgary. And like that blew up and people love that. But like I post fitness content. So like I didn't know how to tailor Calgary into fitness content without being like the best gyms in Calgary when I go to like the same one.
Yeah, LFG.
Yeah, LFG baby. But and I canceled all my gym memberships when I started LFG. I was like, there's no point. Like I used to have 4 gym memberships. Like I worked at a rec center. I went to like Good Life Gym Movement, and then I would go to like I didn't have a membership, but I used to do drop-ins at the World Gym in Sunridge all the time. And I was like, why do I have all these gym memberships like when I work at a gym? But I actually fully enjoy training at LFG because it has everything that I train with. Like I don't need all the fancy machines. I just need some barbells, med balls, and I'm happy. Like I'm good to go.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, the different sites. Do you put the same content on all of them or it's different for all of them?
I tailor it a little bit, but I basically post the same content. Like I'm like try to do lifestyle, fitness, like boxing content. And so like I'm not out here doing like a makeup tutorial. Like I hardly know how to do my makeup myself. And like my twin sister is a makeup artist and she's a hairstylist or a barber as well. And every time I do my makeup next to her, I'm like, don't look at me. Like I'm like
But do you have a different audience on each one or is it the same people?
It's a different audience. Like, and I have a different types of following on each one. Like YouTube would be my most sporadic one where it's like a very international. Like I have less Canadian followers on YouTube than I have like, or subscribers than on any of my other platforms. Instagram, it's like the one benefit of moving so much is that I meet a lot of people. Like there's some people I follow on Instagram who I honestly, I don't even remember who they are, but I probably met them at one point in one of my moves. But it's, that one's mostly like my algorithm is mostly like East Coast, Ontario is like a big part of my following. Calgary's starting to go up there a little bit the longer I'm here. But then TikTok is like very different. I find my demographic is very much so middle-aged white guys and then teenagers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't expect you to say that at all. I don't know why.
Well, anytime I like do Alberta-based content, like I find I get a surge in engagement, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like the content I enjoy making is not necessarily content that they might enjoy, like the basis of that demographic. But yeah, my TikTok is like a little different. Like I think I have like 24,000 followers on there, and it's like it ranges, and I find it depends. Like the content I do depends on what will do well. I find what does well on TikTok is when I do like when I actually do my makeup up on like eyeliner and I do some sort of transition, or I'm talking about my experiences about Canada, Alberta, Calgary. Like that's like basically the only thing that performs really well. Or I'm doing something like kind of funny and complaining, like doing like a 5-second like text over a sound kind of thing.
What are your favorite things about Calgary?
I love downtown.
I'm trying to take that and bottle it.
Yeah, as you should.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I love downtown. I love city life, but at the same time, like city life can be very busy. Like I was raised in Kitchener and just outside Toronto, and like that's extremely busy. Like rush hour there is like hours versus here it's like I get a little annoyed when it's like people are like complaining about rush hour and it's like, oh, it's a 30-minute drive instead of a 20-minute drive. Oh shit, man. versus like Toronto's like you're stuck there for like 60 minutes. Like it's bumper to bumper. But I just have that perspective, so I wholly get it. But I love downtown. Like I think it's so cool. It's like it has all the city. Like each part of like a section of downtown has its own little vibe, and like everything you want to do for like in like a city is there. I can't wait to move back downtown. Absolutely love it. I love just being in cities, but it's a small enough city where I don't feel like I'm not safe. Like I know it has its dangers, but I don't feel like I need to like tighten up and like I don't know. I feel comfortable downtown.
What has there been anything that you found since moving here that surprised you about Calgary? And how did you choose Calgary?
I'll come back to the surprise one because I got to think on that one. But actually, so during the pandemic, my parents moved up here. My dad's a rotational worker. And then PEI was actually shut down for a very long time. Like it was like the May 2021 when maybe even 2022. May 2022 is when the mask mandate came off. Like we were like locked down for a long time. Like we weren't allowed to leave our apartments or anything until I think it was June 1st or July 1st of like the first summer after like COVID hit, because we hardly had any cases in the first bit. But so when all that happened, like my dad wasn't like, he would have to isolate for 2 weeks and then essentially just go back to work. So the constant like having to isolate for 2 weeks, and he was a 2 on 2 off kind of worker. So like my mom was like, I'm never gonna get to see him because he had to stay at the site because he couldn't just like isolate and not see anybody. And then so they decided to just move to Calgary where like the mandates were a little looser, and then it would just be, I think it was like a 3-day isolation, or at least like it was a faster like flight. Like he just works over in Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
So when they moved out here, and then I finished off college, so I stayed in PEI for another year. And then I actually came up in like that following April, and I was just supposed to come up for like a couple weeks. Like I fully had a place and a job back in PEI, but I was like, I need to see my family. I hadn't seen my family in over almost a year. So I went out to just visit. And instead of staying until like mid-May, I ended up staying until a week after Stampede. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I was, we were looking at leaving during Stampede, and then like I had a couple friends here, and my family was like, well, I mean, you could see Stampede, and we could just delay your trip a bit. And then I actually went to like Badlands Music Festival, and then that was like the realization moment where I was like, there's shit to do here. I can see acts that I actually like, because like the East Coast gets like country and like classic rock that you don't like really want to see. Like I've seen like Aerosmith, I've seen Kiss, I've seen Down Webster like 3 times. Like that's like the kind of big pop acts you would get. Yeah. But I've seen some amazing acts on the East Coast, but not like really people are like I would sought out to like go see them. Versus here, like I've seen some amazing acts. Like I love EDM, so the fact that I got to see like Swedish House Mafia and John Summit last year, like they were amazing shows. Like, and it's in such a small like festival way. Like that's another way to like look at Calgary, is that we're a city. Yeah, we have our music festivals, but at the same time, like, if I went to EDC to go see John Summit, I would not get nearly anywhere as close to the stage as I did over the last summer. Yeah. Like I was able to see like the faces of the DJs, which is super cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what about a surprise? What surprised you about Calgary? I guess that.
Yeah. Actually, oh no, like when I first got here, like same thing, pandemic kind of based story. So we still had like all the like the glass between all the tables and all the restaurants and bars. Like we weren't allowed to walk around tables. We still had to wear a mask around. And when I got here, I had a friend who was living in Calgary at the time, and she was like, hey, I'll take you on the town. We'll go to a couple bars. And in my head, I was like, yeah, we're going to sit at a bar, have a drink, just yap. Mm-hmm. And then, no, we went to Whiskey Rose on 17th, and it was shoulder to shoulder. Okay, also, I'm a streetwear girly. So I showed up in like a black crop top, some baggy pants, some Jordans, and like I felt fitted up. And then I walked in, it was all flannels and country. And I'm not I don't mind country if I'm sitting on a beach with a beer in my hand. That's pretty much the only time I want to listen to country. And then, so I went into Whiskey Rose, and I was like, I had culture shock. Like there was
the Wild West.
Yeah. It was like, there's like, no one was wearing masks. Everyone's breathing on each other. I was just like, I'm not used to being this close to anyone that's not my roommates. Like, this is so weird. So that like was a culture shock. The fact that the taxes are 5%. So for the first few months, I was really like, everything's on sale. Like, this is kind of nice. Like, I literally was like, I was balling. I was like, I'm saving 10% on everything I buy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
They call it the Alberta advantage.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. And then the amount of sunshine. And then the one thing that I thought was cool was I was working out like the Beacon Heights like gym movement, like the Her gym movement. And I was looking out across Calgary, and I was like, that is the entirety. Like what I could see, I was like, that is most of PEI. Like PEI is very small. And like the fact that like I could like from my mom and dad's house, like you can look out and you can see some mountains in the distance, and like looking to be like, oh, that's like a 4-hour drive. That mountain's like a 4-hour drive away. And like that's the distance from PEI to Halifax.
Yeah.
So
You're
it's
going to have
just
to
wild.
start running mountains. Now that you run, have you ever ran up a mountain?
I used to actually run the Signal Hill hike a lot. It is a kind of a mountain, not really, but it's like a popular that's over in St. John's. I used to like sprint that as fast as I can. I think the fastest time I ever did was 45 minutes. It's about an hour and a half hike. Like you go all the way around the mountain. That's pretty much all I've done. I've actually yet to go hiking in Alberta.
You should go.
I'm afraid of bears. Like, yeah.
Go in a group.
Okay, just be the fastest one. Yeah.
There's a lot of bears out right now, but I saw a guy running up a full mountain. We were walking up this mountain. It was like a 4-6 hour hike.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was running. He was Australian, no shirt, no shoes, baby strapped to his back. And he was just flying up the mountain. And then we were maybe halfway and he was running back down. People run it up and down it. You see them running.
That is a sight. Oh my goodness. No shoes, baby strapped on the back, just gunning.
Australian.
Just different
They're
breed.
wild.
Oh my goodness.
What do you have coming up?
Not much really. I have I guess so. Stampede's coming up, so I'll be going to a couple shows for that. I'm really excited. I didn't get to see Macklemore last year. I was like very Badlands emphasized.
Sounds like you're going to Cowboys a lot.
I am gonna go to Cowboys a bit.
Chainsmokers?
Yeah, so I'll go to Chainsmokers. I've actually seen them before on the East Coast, like back before they kind of like before Closer came out.
Yeah.
And at the time, I like had really no idea who they were, and I was like, oh shit, I saw them on like a random bar. Anyways, but we have a partnership, like LFG partners with Cowboys, and like they helped sponsor like the Ken barbecue as well.
Yeah.
And so through that, I'm gonna go do a fair amount of shows. So I'm going to. Kygo, I'll go to Macklemore, Chainsmokers. I'm not going to go any of the country nights because I'm not trying to do, like last 2 years, I've done 9 of the 11 Badlands nights. I only skipped like Rewind and like the hip hop night. And so this year I'm going to like go a little lighter.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to one Badlands show, I think. I'll probably go to ISO XO. So that's coming up. So because we have a month before Stampede. Before like all the Cowboys start like pulling out and everyone's wearing cowboy boots and heavy
I work
jeans.
at Cowboys for Stampede. It's going to be my 15th Stampede.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
How do you survive? Like, do you work every single day during Stampede?
Yeah. Yeah. I take like, it's different now that I'm older. I used to not even eat the whole time. I would just like shotgun Red Bulls and eat beef jerky for 10 days.
Yeah, that checks out.
And then get sick for a month after.
Yeah.
But now I have to be strategic about it. I have to like get insoles for my shoes.
I have, don't tell anyone I have orthotics in all my Jordans.
Yeah, nice. Cool.
Yeah, I gotta protect my feet.
Everyone knows now.
Yeah, it's a little secret. But yeah, orthotics are good for you though. Like, yeah, it's good for you to wear insoles because like your feet would like kill after a while. Like if I go to a show.
It's all on concrete too, so. Yeah.
Well, so what do you do with Stampede? Like, do you work on one of the festivals or with Cowboys? Sorry.
With Cowboy, it's different. It's different every year. I think I'm doing liquor. I don't know what I'm doing this year. It's a new tent, new people.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Where is like the new? I'm still like new. I'm still learning like the different areas. Is it where like Country Thunder is? Is that where it's kind of
I don't know where Country Thunder is. I've never been.
Oh,
do you know
fair.
where the skate park is?
Yeah,
it's there
in Bridgeland.
No, the Millennium Park. It's now Cowboys Park.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I know where that is.
Yeah.
I don't know how to drive there, but I know where it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Parking's going to be tricky. It's kind of a bunch of busy roads.
I think there'll be a lot of trains, Ubers, and walking from one location. Because even with Badlands, like if you try to drive to Badlands and park at that like parking lot that's next to it, like you're gonna be like driving for like 40 minutes.
I've
like,
never been to Badlands either.
Oh, really?
Well, because I'm always at Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. I guess if you're working it, there's not really the
I
opportunity.
haven't been to Stampede since I was like 6.
I've actually never been to the Stampede grounds though.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, the last 3 years I've gone, and like this will be my 4th Stampede, and then I've yet to go to the Stampede grounds. Like I'm not really into country, and then like I've been to so many fairs growing up that I just thought it was kind of like that. But I'm gonna go this year.
Big fair, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go to like the free preview night this year.
You have a lot to do. After coming here, you got to go to Drumheller.
Yep.
I can't remember any of the other ones, but
Drumheller. I gotta run up a mountain.
yeah,
I gotta go hiking. Gotta hit up the Stampede grounds.
Yeah.
I've actually only been to Cowboys. I saw like Marshmallow that one year with like Boogie with a Hoodie.
Yeah.
And then I saw, I actually don't even remember the show because like, that's a story for another type of podcast. But it was like Ludacris and T.I. I think was playing that night. And like I didn't see anyone on the stage. But yeah, I've only been to Cowboys like twice. And then I've only really gone to Badlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this year's gonna be a nice change up.
Do you have anything else?
No, honestly, that's pretty much it. I just like I'm a chronic workaholic, but in the most positive sense. I'm career driven, and then yeah, I just like work out and then play pool, hang out with my friends. It's summer, so I'll be outside a little bit more.
And everyone check out LFG. Where is LFG?
LFG is just off Memorial. I think it's 28th Street. I don't have the address memorized yet. I'm so sorry, Olson. But if you actually send me a message on Instagram, I can hook you up with some free classes, free PT session. Honestly, like the same goes for you. You should definitely come through sometime.
I'll do one.
Yeah,
I'll do one. Let's make content out of it.
Okay, sick. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it. I went to Rumble once, and for personal training, it wasn't like the boxing in the dark thing. Mm-hmm. I thought I was going to die. I was going there. I was like, this is fine. Quick class or whatever. Yeah. I had to wait when I was leaving. I had to wait in the car. I couldn't drive for a minute. My legs were shaking.
Like boxing is actually like significantly harder than you think. Like I actually like when I started learning how to box, it was like Rumble reached out to me to do content for them. And so I went in to do like the first consult or whatever. And I remember filming it, and it was the hardest thing. I was sore for days. Mm-hmm. And then I decided that same day to do not only like a session, but then a heavy weight class in the same day. I don't know who decided that was a good idea to book both in the same day. But I was like days where I just couldn't move. It was very like, it was hard.
I'll come see you. Do you have the ropes?
Yeah, we do. Okay. Yeah. We can do some ropes.
That's probably not good for my shoulder, but.
We'll work on that. We'll do some mobility first, get you nice and loosey-goosey, and then we'll get into it.
I promise. And everyone, stay tuned.
There you go. Hold you to it.
We're going to do it. That's all.
Sick.
That's the show.
That's a wrap.
I take this off and it ends immediately.
Sick.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Nice yap session.
That's good. I wonder if it was better than the stuff we lost.
Typically is. We lost it for a reason.